Hi guys, wanted to say good afternoon. It is Thursday and let's read about today's weather. So for today, which is March 7th, it is sunny outside, high of 66, low of 48. I will say though that the wind is kind of chilly, but it is a pretty nice day. Friday, May 8th, we're going to have PM light rain. So afternoon, it might be raining a little bit, high of 64, which isn't too bad. Low of 36. That is quite chilly. Saturday, mostly sunny with some wind, high of only 49 degrees. So Saturday is going to be quite chilly with a low of 38. Sunday, partly cloudy, high of 62 degrees, low of 44. And Monday, which is May 11th, partly cloudy, high of 62, low of 40. That is today's weekend plus Monday forecast. Here is Garfield for today. There's the mouse. He says, I have a job interview today. Garfield says, what kind of job can a mouse get? The mouse answers, maze tester at a science lab. Garfield says, nice. For one of your quizzes for this week, we are going to be looking at a medicine label. So something you would find on a label for some kind of medicine that you might take. So I wanted to read what this medicine label says so that you can go into the quiz and take the quiz to answer the questions. So this is Theraflu, flu and sore throat. It is a pain reliever, fever reducer. So it's got acetaminophen. It's also an antihistamine. It has phenyramine maleate. That's not really important, but it's also a nasal decongestant. What does it help? Sore throat, body ache, headache, nasal congestion, fever, runny nose. It has natural apple cinnamon flavor, and this box contains 6 packets. So use this medicine label to help you answer your questions for this week's medicine label quiz. Is it acceptable to be absent because you only slept for 6 hours? Not acceptable, acceptable, or maybe? I'm going to say it's not acceptable, but if you're really, really tired and you keep not getting sleep, then you might need to call off of work, but you also need to probably go to bed earlier. So it's either a maybe or it's not acceptable. 6 hours is okay. You're going to be tired, but you could still go to work. Question number 2. Is it acceptable to be absent because you are throwing up? Acceptable, not acceptable, or maybe? It is acceptable not to go to work because you are throwing up. I'm trying to turn the sound down. Okay, hold on. Okay. Is it acceptable to be late because you overslept? So your alarm didn't go off or you turned it off and just went back to bed. Is that acceptable? That is not acceptable. You need to get up, be responsible. If your power or something went off, that's different. But for the most part, it is not acceptable to be late because you overslept. Question number 4, is it acceptable to be late because you were eating a big breakfast? Acceptable, not acceptable, or maybe? That one is not acceptable. If you were eating a big breakfast, you need to get up early and get that finished. Again, be responsible, get to work on time. Question number 5, is it acceptable to be absent because you have a family emergency? And a family emergency might be somebody is really sick, someone may have passed away, somebody got into an accident. Those are family emergencies, and those are acceptable. Now, if you always have a family emergency pop up, it might start to look suspicious. But for the most part, it is acceptable to miss work because you have a family emergency. That is the same quiz that we took on Wednesday when we met virtually, and I was just going over the answers again today. We will have another quiz similar to this next Wednesday at 10 a.m. Okay, we are going to go on a field trip. I think it was last week, maybe a week and a half ago. I read everybody the story about the Australian Zoo. And so we're going to go on a little virtual field trip. So, where will we go? We're going to go to the zoo. What will we see? We're going to see kangaroos, koalas, and I believe those are wombats. What will we learn? We're going to find out. We're going to press go. So we are going to the Australia Zoo. This is the place that if I could choose anywhere in the world to go, this is where I would go. Where is the Australia Zoo? So we are here in the United States. So if you go closer to this coast over here, that's where Maryland is. And on the pretty much other side of the earth is Australia. Here is a tour of what their zoo looks like. So you can see, I believe this is like where the birds live, and they have a bear, and they have a lot of crocodile kind of stuff, reptiles. This is their crocoselium. I can't remember how they say it. Crocoselium, where they feed crocodiles in front of an audience. You can see all the other, like the African animals and all that kind of stuff. So their zoo is humongous. So now we are going to watch Robert Irwin's tour of the Australian Zoo.
G'day and welcome to Australia Zoo. My mum and dad built the zoo from a tiny little reptile park to what it is today. Isn't it incredible? Let's go check it out. Here at Australia Zoo, you can meet all of these awesome animals. We've got this gorgeous macaw here, a beautiful little koala. This is Jenny, the Burmese python, and my favourite, Andre the alligator. Have a go at this guy. Here at Australia Zoo, everything is hands-on. Woohoo! Oh, a wombat! Excuse me. Hey, mate. I absolutely love wombats. They're one of my favourite Australian animals. They're kind of like Australia's bulldozer of the bush. And you wouldn't think so with those little stumpy legs, but they can actually run up to 40 kilometres per hour. It's pretty cool. Welcome to Southeast Asia. This is one of our beautiful tiger cubs. Just like me and Bindi, he's the next generation of Australia Zoo. This is Bindi's Island. I'm here with a few of our beautiful lemurs, and they definitely love their fruit. They're such special animals. This is one of our giant Aldabra tortoises. His name is Jarvis. He's absolutely amazing. And what I always say is if the food isn't good enough for me, no, it's not good enough for the tortoises. Here you go. Oh, yum. Here at Australia Zoo, you can even experience Africa. Kids from the age of 4 can visit Australia Zoo and feed our beautiful giraffes. And our gorgeous zebras. Here at Australia Zoo, even the littlest people can meet the biggest animals. This is DJ, and he's a massive 2-ton white rhino. He's like a dinosaur. These little guys are the newest addition to Africa. Aren't meerkats just awesome? It's not just the animals that get the best food at Australia Zoo. check out this awesome spread from Crikey Cafe. When you visit Australia Zoo, be sure to check out one of our awesome gift shops. And you can even take home one of my photographs. This is the Australia Zoo Wildlife Hospital, and it's one of the busiest wildlife hospitals in the entire world. Since we opened in 2004, we've taken in thousands of animals every year, just like little Josh here. He's a gorgeous little koala that was unfortunately hit by a car. But with the great help of Dr. Amber and all of the wonderful vets and nurses that we have, he'll have a speedy recovery and hopefully be out in the wild very soon. He's very cute though.
We are going to see kangaroo, koala, wombat.
So this little girl is Amy, and she is a red-necked wallaby. She's about 21 years old. So she was actually hit by a car. Her mother was hit by a car, and she was still in her pouch. So it's really amazing that she's still alive. When they are born, they're only about the size of a jelly bean. They're really, really tiny. If you ever see a kangaroo on the side of the road that has been hit, always remember to check in the pouch. Red-necked wallabies are related to other types of macropods like the grey kangaroo and the red kangaroo. Some of the other larger macropods, they can actually jump over 30 feet, about 30 feet. That's amazing. What I'm doing here is I'll spread all that food out so they can come in and then eat. Here they come. I think they're pretty hungry. These girls are grey kangaroos, and you can actually tell the difference between a grey kangaroo and a red kangaroo, because the grey kangaroos, they actually have more of a narrow snout, and the red kangaroos have more of a, actually sort of like a blunter snout. A group of kangaroos is called a mob, and you can see we've got a big mob here, and they feel very safe because they're with all their friends. But sometimes they can get a little bit nervous if they don't know you. But you can see here they're definitely not nervous. And when you've got food, they love you. Don't forget to watch next time to see another amazing animal. And don't forget to subscribe to our channel.
Okay, let's learn more about a kangaroo. They jump high, they have a pouch for their baby, and they eat leaves and grass. Let's watch about the cute little koala bears.
Meet April, our extremely cute but extremely lazy koala. Now, what's funny about April is that she can sleep up to 22 hours every single day.
Yeah.
So she's really lazy. Robert, why do koalas sleep that long?
Well, it's because they actually eat something called eucalyptus leaves. Now, those leaves, they don't have much energy in them, so that's why they get a little bit sleepy.
Koalas are expert climbers. So if you have a look at those claws, she can climb up trees with the greatest of ease. You'll often see them in the tallest, highest branches.
And also what's really cool is they get most of their moisture and water from the eucalyptus leaf. They are known to sometimes climb down and have a drink, but mostly they'll stay up and eat eucalyptus leaves.
Now, April here, she hasn't been dating any of our big boys yet and going out to the movies, but maybe soon we might have the pitter-patter of little koala feet. So, Robert, what noise does a koala make?
Well, normally in the breeding season, they make sort of like this. They go whoa, whoa, whoa. Sort of like a little growling sound. It's really cool, yeah.
And koalas are marsupials.
They
You know
are.
what that means?
That means that they're a mammal that has a pouch.
Koalas have a backward-facing pouch so that their sticks and leaves don't end up in their pouch with their little babies. Unfortunately, we get a lot of koalas into our wildlife hospital that have been hit by cars, attacked by dogs and cats, and who have tried to move to a different location because their homes have been destroyed and knocked down because of development.
We get over 50 koalas per month at the wildlife hospital. So it's really, really sad. The koala probably wouldn't be the best pet because it would climb all around your home. And with those really big, sharp claws, you might kind of wreck it.
And they eat tons of eucalyptus leaves. They're so hungry and it'd be a bit difficult to feed them. There's plenty more animals to check out at Australia Zoo, so make sure you join us for our next episode.
And if you want to see more of us, subscribe to the Pet Collective channel.
You beauty!
They were so young in that video. Okay, now this is what we kind of learned about the koalas, that they hang out in trees, they have a pouch for a baby, and they, when they eat leaves, it makes them tired. I think we have one more animal.
So this is Kato, and she's a wombat. Now, wombats, they're sort of like bulldozers of the bush. So she's 9 years old. She was actually born here at the zoo. She weighs about 50 pounds. And also her teeth never stop growing. They just keep growing and growing. So they have to chew on a lot of things so it doesn't just keep coming down. To defend themselves, they've actually got, see here on their bottom, they've got actually a hard, sort of like a hard bottom. So if a predator is trying to grab them, they'll actually push it out, and it's so hard the predator can't eat them. You can see they don't look like they can run very fast, but actually they can run 20 miles per hour. They've got a backwards facing pouch. That's so when they're digging their burrow, they don't get all the sand and dirt in their pouch. The biggest threat to wombats is normally cars. So what they'll do is, in the night, they'll probably come out onto the road. That's where the juiciest grass is, near the road, and they'll actually sadly get hit by cars. So there's 3 types of wombats. There's the southern hairy-nosed wombat, the northern hairy-nosed wombat, and then there's also the common wombat. But what's amazing is these guys are actually related to koalas, which climb trees, and of course they don't climb trees, so it's really cool. So I'm holding her on a lead because she can actually go on daily walks around the zoo. She's pretty lucky. Where do you want to go today? Can you do some exploring? Come on, let's go over here.
What did we learn about wombats? They can run fast. They also have a pouch for the baby, and they have sharp teeth, and they eat lots of grass. So let's review the Australia Zoo. So we went on a virtual field trip to the Australia Zoo. We saw a kangaroo, koalas, and wombat. We learned that koalas, they all have pouches. As you can see, all of them have pouches for their babies. And did you guys have fun? I know I certainly had a lot of fun. What was my favorite part? I like learning about wombats because they're just so unique and so cute. And I will give you guys the link to this, but if you would like to make your own animal pouch, if you click on the link that I will send you, it will bring you to this kangaroo pouch. I hope you enjoyed this virtual field trip to the Australia Zoo. Okay, I wanted to end today's video with a picture that Trayvon's mother sent us of Trayvon and his mother going to go get a Frosty Freeze or a slushie from 7-Eleven, and they are wearing their masks to be safe. And I hope everybody has a great weekend. Go outside while it's not raining. It's beautiful and sunny. Keep doing your unique, at least beginning of the week and the end of the week, and then you can see it again on Saturday and Sunday. And stay safe, and I miss you guys, and I will hopefully see you guys on Wednesday at 10 a.m. to do another live video lesson. Again, have a good weekend. Bye, guys.